Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are going to be starting an entirely new TV series, so I'm pretty excited. This is a show I have wanted to watch for a long time, but I also wanted to react to it, so I have held off on watching it until I had a little bit more time. Since we're in quarantine, I figured it'd be as good a time as any to start. So yeah, as you can tell by the title, today we are watching Season 1, Episode 1 of The Expanse. And it is called Dulcinea, something like that. Let's not worry too much about it. I don't know really anything about this show except that it is set in space. And that's pretty much, yeah, that's all I know. Too much talking, I know. Sorry, let's just get into it. For decades, tensions have been rising. Earth, Mars, and the Belt are now on the brink of war. All it will take is a single spark. Is this show about war? Water? Oh, honey, drink it. Wait, fuck, is that... Okay. Ooh, I thought she was going into space. I was like, that's not smart. Is that blood? SOS Engineering Bay. What the fuck is that? Is that the engine? This show has gotten off to a crazy start already. Like, what is happening?
Day's coming soon, Kea. And when the blood is on the wall, says okay which side you're on.
Yeah, I'll know.
See you then. Well, voila.
What is well walla?
Yeah.
Traitor to my people.
It does remind me a bit of Firefly right now.
Tell me what happened.
It's Julian! Julian Richings! He plays Death in Supernatural.
Air filters, right? Full compliance, Misasa.
Stop grinning like an idiot and give me your real name. I promise you things will not go well for you if you do that.
You hit her.
Hey! If I want his ass kicked, I'll do it myself.
I know who you are. I'll find you. I'll find you.
No laws in series. Just cops.
No laws, just cops. Well, if there's no laws, then
I
why are
have
there
something for you.
cops?
They're Luna-based. I do a lot of shipping through here.
And they misplaced the daughter.
Black Sheep.
Hey, she's
Went
on
to college, got
from the
involved
beginning.
with a group called the Far Horizons Foundation.
So what's my contract exactly?
Find Julie Mao. If she's still here on series, detain her and ship her home.
Kidnap job. My pleasure.
His fucking arm is gone! He misses Earth.
You know what I just can't figure out?
It's Mike from Breaking Bad.
Take it all this way.
Come on now, X.
What?
Oh, he's going a little crazy, isn't he? He's got like cabin fever.
It's been a long time coming.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
I thought I was getting my walking papers.
What for?
Well, fraternizing with our navigator, for starters.
Look, people like you. You get things done, you're gonna make a good XO.
You got me pegged wrong, Cap.
Captain's never wrong, first lesson free.
What makes you think I want to see Earth again?
You a wanted man back in Montana?
Maybe I am.
Someday you'll tell me that story.
Right after you tell me the story about those.
Those are
Kitties!
mine. I don't care about your past. Everybody on the camp's hiding from something.
He's
Yeah,
got
I
little tiny
appreciate the
kitties.
offer, Cap.
Hey boss, we need you out here.
Check it out, there's a poor girl on there.
It's Pirate Bay. That far outside the shebang.
It's not far out of our way, Captain.
Say we move on and let the good God Darwin sort it out.
Goes around, comes around. One of these days it's gonna be us stranded out there.
Purge the logs. We never received that signal. Set the watch and proceed.
That's pretty fucked up.
Not saying about all good things. I told you, a couple more rotations and I'd be moving on.
She's not that invested.
There's right now and there's later. I worry about later, right?
Right.
Come on.
So he feels bad about ignoring the distress signal. Help me. Is he gonna turn the ship around? Or not? Maybe I'm just...
You have to go?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. There's someone I need to talk to.
Future New York.
When
Weird.
people don't tell the truth, it always ends badly.
She's not wrong.
How long has it been out of the tank?
He's
10
really
hours.
skinny and long.
You wish to hurt Earth. All you have to do to make it stop is talk.
Did like part of it collapse and so these people are sick?
Gas air filters cracked out second time this month.
Oh, air filters, okay.
That's a stress call we never received. It was logged with HQ by some anonymous piece of shit do-gooder aboard this ship.
Somebody has a soul.
I swear I find a rat.
Holden, you'll head up this rescue or salvage, whatever we're calling it.
Is it like fuck with their bodies to like warp speed?
Here it comes.
Can their ship handle it?
If your girlfriend logged that distress call, she's gonna be living it down for a long time.
She didn't. He did.
I did it.
Ah, he was honest.
I just couldn't shake it.
I'd keep that to myself if I were you.
It's kind of fucked up that they like would care.
Okay.
Hey, is that the kid that's with the lady that's on Earth?
So just for the record, guys, I don't want to be here right now.
Me neither. But here we are.
Me every day at work.
She's off the clock. And she can tell me that.
Do they have history?
What would a rich girl do to really piss Daddy off? Not serious.
Are you asking what I did?
Bang every space bugger I could find.
It's not helpful.
I'm sorry, Molly. Did you come here for my help? Good night.
They do have a history.
What about that thing that looks like a big hole in the side?
Data says it's a big hole in the side.
No one within a million clicks. Looks like we're the only game in town.
Reactor wasn't killed by the blast. Someone went through the shutdown procedure. So if everyone's dead, who turned it off? Where are all the bodies at?
Good fucking question.
It's a transmitter.
Transmitting what?
This is something we can hold us. Somebody planted here.
I have a bait. Their dad was right.
Holden, ship just appeared near your location.
How is that possible? He clears after a million clicks.
Didn't show up on any of our scopes. We're sending you a rendezvous point. Get the hell back here. Where did that thing come from?
Damned if I know. This Sunday was there.
Stealth tech. Has to be.
They don't have stuff like that. Mars.
We had an understanding, detective. An arrangement. You can't just... It was a mistake.
Is that space on the other side of that door?
Here's nice. Keep those filters clean, asshole.
Get him launched.
We're gonna take it for a ride. Alex, go around the asteroid. Run him, now!
Leave feed the torpedoes into the rock.
We're being attacked.
4, 3.
They missed.
Those weren't meant for us.
Yeah.
Canterbury burnt like hell. You got incoming.
Oh fuck, it's from the big ship.
Take a hit. Just stay calm. They just want the cargo. We'll SOS start negotiations for prisoner release, okay?
There's something you should know.
What the fuck should he know? Now he's never gonna know because they just all fucking died.
Nuked her.
They nuked everyone.
She's gone.
Okay, y'all, that was crazy. I feel like I'm really gonna like this show. It has elements of a lot of science fiction and space shows that I like. It has like hints of Star Trek, hints of Firefly, you know. It's not as much SG-1, but it might get a bit more of that later with the military sort of aspect of this kind of thing. But I'm just really excited. I've wanted to watch this show for a while, and I thought that the first episode was really good, and it makes me super excited to watch more. This was the first episode, and there was a lot of names. I tried to write down as much as I could so I would hopefully get everybody's names stuck in my head, but I might have missed a person or two. So if it's not a spoiler, let me know their name down below. This show is set in the 23rd century, and we have colonized, I guess, Mars, and there's also an asteroid belt where Ceres is, I believe, and that supplies water and air to Mars and Earth, or Mars. There's a whole system of exchange happening, right? And it seems like the people on Ceres believe that Earth and Mars don't give a fuck about them. They're kind of like the redheaded stepchild of this system that exists and is in place. It seems like there's a lot of problems happening on Ceres, right? The artificial gravity that is necessary to sustain life here seems to be fucking people up, like their bodies and stuff. They talked about it a bit in the beginning. At least this is what I got from it. Again, if this is not right, tell me below. But the artificial gravity is kind of fucking people up. The air is not being properly filtered all the time. It just seems like there's a lot of problems, and Earth and Mars are about to go to war, and Ceres is going to be maybe a casualty of that war, is what I got from it. Again, I might be wrong. There's a lot of stuff happening in this episode, so I'm trying to keep up, but that's what I got. So I think that's a really interesting premise, and I'm really excited to learn more about Ceres and Detective Miller, I believe, and his partner, whose name starts with an H-A-V, have something, but I can't remember what it is. And he's from Earth, and he seems kind of appalled at the state of Ceres. So I wonder if Earth has a different PR sort of campaign for what Ceres is than the reality of what Ceres is, if that makes sense. We haven't seen Mars yet, so we don't know how Mars is, but I'm very interested to see it and see if it's kind of falling apart, maybe in the same way that Ceres is. There is a lady missing, Juliet Mao, I believe. She's the one from the beginning that was on the ship that the Canterbury eventually tried to rescue, right? So she seems to be maybe at the epicenter of this, or she's gonna be the piece that brings these different factions together, like Detective Miller and the other guy on Ceres and what is left of the Canterbury crew now, maybe. So she might have a really big part, or she might just be fucking dead, I don't know. But I feel like she might have something to contribute later. We'll see. I really liked the crew of the Canterbury, in particular the ones that survived, except for I did like Holden's girlfriend, whose name I cannot remember, to be honest. But I think the ones that survived were Holden, Naomi, Alex, Amos, Shard? I wrote it down, hold on. Shed, not Shard, Shed. I think that they're very interesting and I'm excited to see more of them. I wonder what ship destroyed their ship and what ship destroyed the ship that Juliet was on, or if that was a ship. We don't really know what destroyed that, but I don't know. I'm just excited to learn more about all of these characters and their relation to each other and how they're going to react to now being on this small shuttle pretty far out. I don't know how much supplies they have, food, water, any of that on this tiny shuttle. It's really interesting. I wonder how they will get back to Ceres, if they will be able to get back to Ceres, and if this huge ship is going to come for them next. We don't know. I was not expecting the ship to, like, all those people in that ship to just be fucking dead now. Is Holden going to consider himself responsible for the deaths of all these people because he decided that he couldn't leave this person and this distress signal alone? So is he gonna feel really guilty because his girlfriend as well as this whole ship of people died because he decided to go back? Or would the ship have found them on the way to Ceres anyway? I feel like Holden right now is my favorite character. It's one episode in, so I obviously can't choose a lot of stuff, but I like Holden a lot and I find him interesting, and I find the cop interesting, Miller. He seems to have a alcoholism problem. He seems to have a few issues, but he seems interesting. I'm interested in the lady from Earth and who was torturing the guy at the black site, which I think is just a site that the military keeps that nobody is supposed to know exists outside of the very small number of people who know it exists, I think. I'm not really sure. Considering the fact that pilots can be a bit rough, I thought that it was really good. The CGI is a bit obvious in places, but for a television show, it looks incredible, I think. So I'm totally okay with that. Like, I love Star Trek, the original series, all right? Obvious CGI does not bother me. It looks really good, and I'm really excited to find out more about all of these characters. Like I said, right now, I think Holden and Detective Miller are my favorite. Although Naomi interests me too, so maybe her as well. But we'll see how I feel as the show goes on. Obviously, we have a very small portion size of the show, or sample size of this show so far. So I don't know. I am excited to keep watching this show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please let me know what you think down below. And yeah, no spoilers. I don't know. Until next time. Bye, guys.